Greetings and welcome. I am Joffrey, and today I'm returning with another one of these short unscripted videos, though it has been quite some time since the last one. Today I wish to talk about the fact that I have noticed during all of these Tinto talks that there is a surprising, in some ways, some people will say this makes perfect sense, but I have a bit of an issue with it, tendency for every religion that we have been shown so far to give a substantial boost to literacy. However, with Orthodoxy it seems relatively small, but I'll make another video discussing Orthodoxy in greater detail later and why I think that this 5% is just the tip of the iceberg. But nearly every other, the Korean one didn't talk about it, but Catholicism, for example, which by default, you look at it and it does not say plus percentage literacy, but it still has a actually very notable modifier of 25% maximum literacy for the clergy. That is a rare modifier, maximum literacy for a certain class, which isn't as good, of course, as for the rest, just a global boost to it. But the fact that Catholicism has, like Catholic countries have large and powerful clergies, and this making them more literate means that they're going to have a very high percentage literacy as well as the other countries such as Korea and Japan. Japan has a baseline boost to literacy from Shintoism as well, while having buttons to click to increase literacy nationwide as well. So it's curious to me to think that all of these different countries will have religions that give them boosts to literacy, but what about those countries that have religions that don't have much of a history with literacy? They just won't theoretically have any such boost from their religion towards it, despite the fact that everyone else seemingly has huge boosts to their research capability due to the religion. I imagine that we have not. I don't think we've seen Islam in detail yet. Maybe we have, and I'm just crazy. Oh, but all the major religions have a boost to the literacy of pops, or in some cases, like Catholicism, specifically literacy of clergy. Protestants have a global boost to literacy due to the fact that they have the translatable Bibles thing. They can get some very high literacy. While Sikhs, for example, have just a flat boost to research speed. So the thing that makes me curious is just the fact that seemingly there's going to be countries where if you play as, say, a fetishist, whatever the religion was called in EU4, one of the pagan sub-Saharan African faiths, or Tengri, for example, your clergy will not have any of these boosts to literacy, and it will just hamstring your ability to research texts as well as these other more major organized religions. And it makes me wonder if is that a good thing? Because they're probably not going to have as many mechanics in general, by and large. If you go to a Native American religion on release, I highly doubt that Cahokia or the Iroquois are going to have anywhere near as much detail put into them, mechanic-wise, as the other major religions of Eurasia. So if they don't have this ability to get the tech boost from it, is it going to be a case where you realistically just have the objectively better choice of swapping off of the religion later? Or will it be possible to, through universities and other such things later on, make up for this, and that in the end, having clergy boosts to your, and religion boosting your literacy will just be irrelevant later on in the game? It's really hard to say, but I suspect that this will result in a situation where there are some religions that simply are just not good from a literacy standpoint, and if you want to get your tech, if you want to actually get your tech anywhere to compete with other nations on the map, you'll simply want to switch off of them, which I don't know how I feel about it. It's a new concept, you know? Because in EU4, it was very rare that you'd have any religions that would have an effect on research, other than you'd have Anglicanism, which would have boosts to innovation, and Confucianism would give you a tech cost discount, I believe, for admin tech specifically, but I'm not certain. But in any case, what are your thoughts on my ramblings here to do with religions and literacy? It has been quite a reoccurring meme on the podcasts that basically every religion in EU5 gives you literacy, and perhaps it will be too easy for people to get lots of, and you'll break the tech tree through it. But maybe we're wrong. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.